All right, and we are back here at Christmas Chaos 2010. Shane Curtis, Drew Adler. Great follow-up to our opening contest here at Christmas Chaos. A lot of fans looking forward to this. Drew Adler on a great winning streak here as of late. Has had his issues with Shane Curtis here as of late. But Drew looking for redemption and not showing any sign of backing down tonight.
And as you remember, 2 weeks ago, Drew Adler he took a very big beating from Shane Curtis, including a couple vicious chair shots to the back. And last week, Drew Adler wasn't even able to make it to the show because of that.
Drew Adler rocking and rolling here at the WrestlePlex, and kind of reminds me like a Timex, man. Takes a licking and keeps on ticking. And the fans, he feeds from the fan interaction, and it's almost like a big rock concert when Drew Adler shows up, man. You can see the dancing and the interaction with the fans. The fans right along with Drew Adler, man. This is what makes AWN such an exciting place to be when you got guys like Drew Adler on your side.
Yeah, Drew Adler and, as you just seen, Marvelous Michael Stevens, both of these men just ooze with charisma.
Did he just give the referee a bracelet?
That's his woo-woo bracelet.
15-minute time limit from our announcer. Curtis Chapman calling for the bell, and we are underway with our second match of the evening. Shane Curtis, Drew Adler. Again, this is almost going to be kind of conflict of styles. Again, Shane Curtis, your ground and pound guy. Drew Adler, he's definitely your high flyer, but I think in recent weeks we've seen that he's like a chameleon. He can kind of mold and shape to whoever he's wrestling with. And Curtis not holding back as he takes it to Drew Adler right out the gate in this contest.
And since Drew Adler has begun this feud with Shane Curtis, he has shown more of an aggressive side. He hadn't taken too lightly to Shane Curtis and his recent jumping in on his matches and attacking him after the matches. And as you can see, Shane Curtis is already starting with the back.
And Shane Curtis going for that count, and it's only a one count. And Shane Curtis, one half of the former tag team champions, Beauty and the Beast, with Zach Edwards, and since that team is dismantled, Shane Curtis has kept the momentum going, and I think taking his frustrations out on everybody that he's come across ever since that's happened.
Shane didn't like it too much whenever he was left in the ring by Zach Edwards, but as you can see, he has continued on doing what he's doing.
And Drew Adler kind of reminded me of that little engine that could, man. He just keeps going and going and going, and finally taking Shane Curtis down. We see him moving outside the ring.
That was a nice kick.
Drew Adler gearing up for something, man. Just getting the crowd excited here. Now I've seen this before. Oh my God!
Whoa! Did you see that?
Kind of hard not to, man. And the fans here at the WrestlePlex have seen it too. Drew Adler taking that flying dive over the top rope, taking Shane Curtis down on the rampway here in the WrestlePlex, and Shane Curtis feeling the effects. Drew back over the top rope, going for that pin. One, and Shane Curtis grabbing that bottom rope to break the count.
I'll tell you, Drew Adler is showing how fast he is for as tall as he is. He jumped over the top rope without even touching it. He was able to do a spin in the air and came right down on Shane Curtis.
Oh, dude, you've got to be kidding me. Shane Curtis with that spear coming off of the ropes, taking Drew down, and 2 counts.
Yeah, Drew Adler might have kicked out of that, but I can guarantee you he cannot breathe right now.
And you know, my fear for Drew Adler is he's come out so hot out of the gate. And Shane Curtis is one of those guys very calculated in his moves, very calculated in his approach in the ring. And we may see kind of an endurance take place here on part of Shane Curtis to last through. But Drew Adler coming back up off the ropes.
Oh, nice double underhook.
Curtis capitalizing on that, taking Drew Adler down to the mat, going for that pin. 2 count, yet again from senior official Curtis Chapman. Again, it's all about getting the 3 counts, and again, we've seen Drew Adler in his adaptation with whoever he wrestles, and we may see him go from that high flying to actually going ground for pound. It'll be interesting to see how this match develops.
And even following that spear, you know, Drew Adler is a very active, very energetic guy. And, you know, sometimes it could come back to bite him. because he could exert all that energy at the beginning of the match, and by the time this time comes in the match, he may not have enough left.
I got to be honest with you. If we see Shane Curtis land another one of those spears, it very well could be over because, I mean, those deal out a lot of pain. And Drew Adler coming up for what he thought was going to be moving. Oh, flip over onto the front side. Drew Adler, and you could see he felt that. Shane Curtis going for 2 counts.
Shane still got the butterfly lock on the midsection there. He's still working on the lower back and abdominals of Drew Adler. The same part of the body that he was able to hurt. If I could put that lightly, hurts.
You can, absolutely. And don't see this really going for a real long time, man, especially if Shane Curtis keeps dealing out the way that he's been dealing. Very sharp, very precise attacks on Drew Adler. But we see Adler fighting through the pain, and the fans here at the WrestlePlex getting behind Drew Adler. We see him fighting out of that lock, but Shane Curtis managing to find his way back into looking to suck the air out of Drew Adler into pretty much a submission-type situation.
Yeah, this belly to back that he's got him, he's squeezing all the air out of Drew Adler, any that he had left after what occurred earlier with the spear. I mean, I got to tell you.
That was a brutal shot, by the way, man. I saw that, and we may have to go back in instant replay and take a look at that, but especially coming off the ropes. And Drew thinking that he found a way out, but Shane Curtis staying with him. Almost very much an amateur style, almost kind of like a python, man. It's like he just gets that hold, and you could try everything you possibly can to break that hold, but there's no getting away from it.
It's almost like the bite of a pit bull, if you could say so.
Yeah, absolutely. And Drew trying to get the fans behind him here at the WrestlePlex.
They're chanting his name.
I wonder who the fans are rooting for in this match. I just have to wonder.
I don't think it's Shane Curtis. I know that much.
And Shane Curtis dealing out that right hand.
Well, Drew's starting to come back now with his left-handed
Drew
shots.
seems to throw it just as well.
Uh-oh.
But again, that's that grip.
Drew with a spinning head scissor from his back.
Well, he managed to get enough of it to make the impact known. He wasn't exactly on with it, but flying elbow taking Shane Curtis down to the mat. Drew Adler's starting to get some momentum going here with that flying kick into the corner. Shane Curtis looking a bit disoriented at this point, but Drew trying to go up for that move and wasn't able to get it. Going again, he lands it this time.
With the Emerald Fusion, he's going for it. Oh, that's going to be it. That's Drew's move.
1, 2, and no! We got a 2 count there. I was with you, man. I thought for sure that we had a win there from Drew Adler, but Shane Curtis is nobody to discredit in his ability to be able to stand out in a match like this.
I'll tell you, Drew has taken out many a foe with the Emerald Fusion, and I was very surprised that Shane Curtis was able to kick out of such a move.
Drew Adler going up top. Shane Curtis, again, very, very calculated, waiting for his time to make his move, and now we see Shane Curtis going up.
Oh, kick to the back from the outside. That was a very athletic move for Drew Adler.
Now we see Drew go up on the ropes.
He could be trying for his swanton. Shane Curtis is already seeing what's going on. He's coming up.
He's either going to back out. No, Drew Adler lands it, but we see a flip around. 1, 2, and Shane Curtis almost taking advantage of that overshot of a pin. Shane Curtis with Drew off the ropes. Drew finding a pass underneath.
Both men can't hit anything right now.
These guys are both trying to land their key moves and not able to do much at this point.
Oh! The case has been the Kata Maharaja.
This is it right here, man. I've seen Shane Curtis with this move before. Amazing submission move, and I mean, this very well could suck the life out of Drew Adler.
Yeah, as much as energy as Drew's put out in this match, there's no way that he's going to be able to get out of this move. I mean, it's almost a version of a choke, but it's a legal choke.
Yeah, and Shane Curtis is not a small guy at all, and to get caught in the grasp of somebody the size and the power of Shane Curtis. Drew Adler finding his energy, coming back as, again, the fans here at the WrestlePlex coming behind Drew Adler.
Drew just feeds off of the fans' chants. It's like an extra energy that just boost Drew to do whatever he does.
I agree with you, but I think he's grasping for what he feels is his last opportunity. He has dealt out move for move, shot for shot, and I think he's faced Shane Curtis before, so he knows what he's dealing with. Desperation move taking Shane Curtis into the corner.
But Shane still has that submission on him.
And yet again, we see him going back into the corner. Can't break the hold.
Shane is not going to release that. That's that pit bull. That's that pit bull grit.
Say third time's a charm, but in this case, it was definitely not. Drew going up and flipping back. 1, 2,
3.
We got a 3 count.
Who was down? Looks like the referee's going for Drew.
We've got your winner, ladies and gentlemen, Drew Adler, taking a decisive win over Shane Curtis, and Curtis obviously not happy about this.
Shane Curtis still had that Katamahage on Drew Adler, but with Drew going up the top rope like that and just back down onto Shane. Shane's shoulders were on the mat, Drew's weren't.
Drew Adler, your winner in your second contest here at Christmas Chaos 2010.